Ernest Borgnine was one of Hollywood's most beloved and versatile actors. With a career that stretched over 6 decades, he earned an Academy Award, starred in both blockbuster films and TV classics, and became known for his warm personality off-screen. But behind his larger-than-life smile and easygoing charm, there was a story of deep resentment, a grudge he carried for years against a fellow actor he never truly forgave. So, who was this co-star, and what went so wrong between them? Borgnine's Hollywood rise. Born in 1917, Ernest Borgnine didn't even start acting until after serving in the Navy during World War II. Yet, once he arrived in Hollywood, he made an immediate impression. His rugged looks and booming voice earned him roles as both villains and heroes. In 1955, Borgnine shocked audiences with his Academy Award-winning role in Marty, where he played a kind-hearted, lonely butcher looking for love. The performance transformed him from a supporting tough guy into a leading man. From there, Borgnine became a household name, appearing in films like From Here to Eternity, The Dirty Dozen, and the hit TV show Mick Hale's Navy. On screen, he was a professional. Off-screen, he was known for being approachable, funny, and easy to get along with. That's why his feud with one co-star surprised so many people. Trouble on the set. The tension began on the set of From Here to Eternity, 1953. Borgnine worked alongside some of Hollywood's biggest names, including Burt Lancaster, Deborah Kerr, Montgomery Clift, and Frank Sinatra. It was Sinatra who would end up becoming Borgnine's lifelong sore spot. According to Borgnine, Sinatra had little patience for him during filming. Sinatra was already a star, while Borgnine was still making his way up. Borgnine later admitted that Sinatra treated him as if he didn't belong in the same league. The grudge takes root. The real breaking point came years later when both men were well established in Hollywood. Sinatra, known for his sharp tongue and quick temper, reportedly mocked Borgnine behind his back and belittled him in front of others. For Borgnine, who prided himself on being a hard-working actor respected by his peers, this was a wound that never healed. Even though he rarely spoke badly about anyone, Borgnine admitted in interviews that Sinatra was the one person he could never forgive. Why Sinatra? Part of the grudge came down to personality differences. Borgnine was approachable and unpretentious, while Sinatra lived like royalty and expected to be treated as such. Borgnine often described himself as just a regular guy who loved acting. Sinatra, meanwhile, demanded perfection and carried the swagger of someone who knew he was the biggest star in the room. But it wasn't just about clashing egos. For Borgnine, it was personal. He felt Sinatra had tried to humiliate him, and that was something he could never let go. A rare glimpse of anger. Fans were often shocked when Borgnine revealed this grudge because he was almost always upbeat in interviews. But whenever Sinatra's name came up, his tone changed. He never went into all the details, but he made it clear he didn't like Sinatra, and he never forgave him. Unlike other Hollywood feuds that cooled over time, this one remained ice cold. Even long after Sinatra passed away in 1998, Borgnine never softened his stance. Lessons from the rift. What makes this story fascinating is not just the feud itself, but what it reveals about Ernest Borgnine. Here was a man who had built a reputation for kindness and professionalism. Yet even he wasn't immune to holding on to hurt feelings. The truth is, in Hollywood where egos clash and careers are on the line, grudges can last a lifetime. Borgnine's feud with Sinatra reminds us that sometimes the wounds left by words can cut deeper than any on-screen fight. Final thoughts. Ernest Borgnine passed away in 2012 at the age of 95, remembered as a Hollywood treasure. But when fans look back on his life, one detail always sparks curiosity: that one co-star he could never forgive. While Borgnine worked with countless actors and built friendships across generations, the shadow of Frank Sinatra lingered. To Borgnine, Sinatra wasn't just difficult, he represented the kind of arrogance Borgnine despised. In the end, Ernest Borgnine left behind a legacy of great performances, laughter, and joy. But his lifelong grudge is a reminder that even the friendliest stars can carry private scars.